It's time we freed the nipple. The Free the Nipple campaign was started in 2012 in promotion of a 2014 documentary. This film highlights the double standard of our society allowing men to go into public without their tops or post on social media without their tops without being overly sexualized or viewed as indecent or inappropriate or illegal, whereas women cannot do the same. The film asserts that this treatment is an unjust, sexist, misogynistic treatment towards women and those with larger chests. The campaign of Free the Nipple argues that it should be legal and culturally acceptable for all people to bare their nipples in public and online. But it was way before this film came out that women started fighting for the rights to bodily autonomy and appearing in public in the same ways that men are allowed to. This includes the suffragette and early feminist movements in the 19th and 20th centuries. Women have long fought for equal rights and have even been previously arrested for simply baring their shoulders or calves at the Capitol. The United States also has a historical problem of oversexualizing breasts. A lot of this has to do with the post-war era, especially surrounding women going to work. This coincided with the creation of baby food and baby formula by brands such as Gerber. Infant feeding was surrounded with conversations about civilization, the future, and evolution. Racism, of course, also had a role to play, as Americans deemed themselves as more civilized than other countries and other individuals who were still breastfeeding their children. It also coincided with World War II pinup posters, as well as the creation of Playboy magazine, which was founded in 1953. Hollywood also had more and more curvy icons, such as Marilyn Monroe, whose image was used on the first cover of Playboy without her consent. Hugh Hefner relished in his image and surrounded himself mostly with blonde women with large breasts. After Hollywood and magazine cover trends of having larger and larger breasts continued, the silicone breast implant was then invented in 1962. And today, of course, breast augmentation is the most common, most popular form of plastic surgery where people younger and younger are getting breast implants, and breast implants are becoming larger and larger. Feminists again protested topless in 1993, March on Washington, for lesbian, gay, and bi equal rights and liberation. Activists who lactate, otherwise known as lactivists, regularly protested in the early 2000s and did nurse-ins where they breastfed in public to fight this double standard. An oversight board for Meta has urged both Facebook and Instagram to rid their policy censoring the nipple of all people, deeming the current restrictive policies based on a too rigid binary view, thus making it unclear on how to enforce their policies on those of us who are trans, non-binary, or intersex. Meta's oversight board urged them, and I quote, to treat all people in a manner consistent with international human rights standards. See, because many countries, European countries are a prime example in the Western world, have for so long accepted all people being topless in public. Indigenous communities across the world today and all throughout history are another example of communities that do not deem being topless as inherently sexual or inappropriate. Thus, if you ask me, I think it's overdue that we free the nipple. Thank you for watching Trans 101 with Rose Montoya.